Solid State, the Silent Revolution of Transportation Tokyo, 2025. On a rainy morning, 67-year-old engineer Kenji Yamamoto emerged from the subway and melted into the crowd. The streets were quiet, almost eerily so. Electric vehicles glided silently past, the air was clean, and the sky bright. Years ago, Kenji worked in Toyota's battery division and had sensed the coming shift. Now, that shift was unfolding before his eyes, led by a powerful force: solid-state batteries. Solid-state batteries represent a turning point in the world of electric vehicles. With lithium-ion technology approaching its limits, solid-state promises longer range, shorter charging times, greater safety, and lower weight. And it's no longer just a promise. Industry giants like Tesla, Toyota, Volkswagen, and Samsung are pouring billions into making it a reality. Tesla is expected to launch its first solid-state battery model by 2027. Internal reports suggest their Model Y prototype could reach 800 kilometers of range with just an 8-minute charge to 80%. And fire risks? Nearly eliminated. Toyota, moving with quiet determination, plans to debut its first solid-state Lexus model by 2028. Volkswagen and Samsung are also in advanced testing stages, understanding full well. The first to commercialize this technology won't just dominate the auto industry. They'll lead the future of energy. This revolution isn't limited to private companies. Nations hungry for energy independence are investing massively. Germany, Japan, and France are crafting national battery strategies, while China aggressively secures raw materials and builds massive production plants. Even Turkey is stepping in. With the rise of TOG and support from TÜBİTAK and Aselsan, the country aims to develop homegrown solid-state battery technologies. If they act in time, a local energy renaissance could be on the horizon. Berlin, 2030. There was no longer any smoke or noise from engines. The city felt calm. Ultra-fast charging stations had replaced old gas pumps and were now as common as cafes. People charged their cars in minutes and drove hundreds of kilometers with ease. Solid-state batteries hadn't just revolutionized personal cars, they'd transformed public transport, delivery vehicles, motorbikes, and even short-range electric aircraft. Energy was now lighter, safer, and more accessible than ever. Citizens could generate power with rooftop solar panels, store it in home batteries, charge their vehicles, and even sell the surplus. A new concept was born: energy-generating individuals. But this revolution wasn't free of cost. Solid-state batteries rely on rare elements, triggering new geopolitical rivalries, especially across Africa's mineral-rich regions. Environmentalists raised concerns. Yes, emissions were dropping, but mining for materials still posed risks. This pushed industries toward battery recycling, second-life applications, and circular economy models. Tesla and Toyota launched large-scale programs to create 90% recyclable battery systems. Meanwhile, the European Union introduced strict battery waste regulations to ensure the transition remained green and responsible. For autonomous vehicles, solid-state batteries were a game-changer. Vehicles could operate non-stop for days, making 24/7 robo-taxi services possible. Car ownership declined. Transportation became an on-demand service. Cities adapted. Streets became quieter. Former gas stations were reborn as smart hubs, coffee shops, charging centers, and co-working spaces. With cleaner air and less traffic, people began to rediscover walking. Urban life felt human again, and at the core of it all was a silent technology: solid-state batteries. By 2035, at the University of Tokyo, Kenji Yamamoto stood before a class of young engineers and said, "Back in my day, we dreamed of 400 kilometers range. Today, we're powering vehicles heading for Mars." The students smiled. They had grown up with batteries. For them, energy wasn't just something to consume. It was something to create, to share, and to preserve. Solid-state batteries are not only reshaping transportation, they're transforming our relationship with energy. With companies like Tesla and Toyota leading the charge, the effects will ripple through urban life, economics, and even geopolitics. Perhaps the most remarkable part of this transformation is this: revolutions don't always roar with engines. Sometimes they arrive in silence. And that silence? It's the sound of the future. Enjoyed this glimpse into the future? Don't forget to support the channel. If you found this video inspiring, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps more people discover stories like this. Want to stay updated on the future of technology, energy, and innovation? Hit that subscribe button and join a community that's thinking ahead. Got thoughts about solid-state batteries or questions about the tech? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you think. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.